Already. Ooh, we got a nice 3-on-3. It's me, Sam Rolph, and Nachos Tacos. That's going to be a good one. Battle against Aber, darkquarterer, and of course Mac. I'm passing to Mac, and I'm taking Gleemox. I'm passing him a pack full of crap. Love it. Well, that's exaggerated. Feywild Caretaker, Fracture Identity, Godless Shrine are all pretty nice. I would imagine, or Containment Priest, depending on his first pick. Gleemox is just the best card in the cube. And pick one, pack one, in my opinion. The Black Lotus also pretty close. How could it not be? Time Vault, that sort of thing. In any case, tier 1 power. Passing 2 good 5s, a Black-White Land Containment Priest. There's also a Bronco. A lot of Esper stuff. It's a very Esper pack here, so I'll keep that in mind. And the next pick, he does love a Fallen Shinobi. I think I'm going to take Palace Jailer. It feels like last pack, I'm going to wheel something good if I go into like Esper colors. There's also Mystic Confluence. Both Palace Jailer and Mystic Confluence are quite strong. Kind of annoying to pass Fracture Identity and Feywild and then pass one of these two cards, whichever one, honestly. But I kind of think I should just take Palace Jailer. It's a really good card. And there's a Skydiver. There's a Rafine's Tower that might come back. All right, let's take the Jailer and then follow it up with... There's Wooded Foothills, there's Shieldred, there's Ponder, Snapcaster Mage, Othari. I might just take Wooded Foothills here. I really like fetch lands. And I don't think Shieldred's that good, honestly. Same with Othari. They're both pretty good. I don't think I'm supposed to take Thassa's Oracle here either. But a fetch land is just great. And there's a Titania that could... a pretty good chance of wheeling. I think Shieldred, Ponder... Othari Snap are very likely to go, and then Oracle or Darkslick Shores as like one of the other cards. So I think I'm just going to take the Wooded Foothills, but we'll see how this turns out. Oh, turns out nice because now I can just take Arid Mesa over Mother of Runes. I'm fine making that pick. Arid Mesa is so good if you end up in Boros. Not that Mother of Runes is bad, but it just keeps our options open really nicely. There's a Sign of Draco in the pack as well. I think Mother of Runes... maybe Thalia, Season Pyro, No More Lies, K-Command go. Maybe Jace goes, I don't know. But I'm happy enough taking Arid Mesa. And then I probably do just take Loran here. I don't think Galvanic Discharge, well, I have 2 red fetches and a Gleemox, so Galvanic Discharge is a really efficient removal spell. There's Arwen as well. There's Undercity Sewers, but it's not fetchable by any of my fetch lands. It's really funny. The only 2 fetch land are not... oh, was it? It's very close to the only 2 combo that any 2 combo of red, green, and white is what couldn't get Undercity Sewers. Yeah, I'm in for Galvanic Discharge. Oh, now there's a Plateau. Yeah, I'm definitely in for a Plateau. Okay, passing a Braid, Selfless Spirit, Scrubland. That is all well and good. I kind of feel like this is just a really good mana start, and I like those starts because the cards in the cube are all very powerful. So having good mana means that you can kind of go nuts. Let's see what comes back here. The Godless Shrine came back. Pretty into Godless Shrine. A little Mardu action. I don't really want to take any of these cards except maybe Night Scythe, but I think Godless Shrine is a better pickup here. Now I could Fallen Shinobi pretty easily. I could Bloodbraid Challenger. I could also Prismatic Ending or Territorial Kavu. Kind of a nice Territorial Kavu spot. Passing a Fallen Shinobi to Mac. Yeah, Territorial Kavu is really good, and I have 2 fetches and 2 duels already. 10 Titania came back, along with Darkslick and Inspiring Vantage, but I think I like just taking Titania here. With 2 fetches, Titania is great. Oh, wow. A lot of the cards I thought would be gone are still here. Which of these do I want? Honestly, I can see arguments for almost any of them. I kind of want to just take K-Command. This looks like a really good K-Command deck, and if Scion comes back, that'd be awesome. It definitely has a chance to. Here I could take Green Suns. Oh, I actually could just take Arwen. This is a really good Arwen start. And I like having a good 3-drop and now a pretty easy Scrubland over Alpha Deathclaw. That's fine. And Avacyn's Pilgrim passing a Tezzeret. All right. Yeah, I mean, I like this. Oh, Bloodbraid Challenger came back. Excellent. Last pick, Sign of Draco. It could definitely happen. If no one wanted it the first 2 times. Oh, Coveted Jewel. I didn't think that's what would be last. That's all right. Next up, we've got nothing amazing, but Laelia is pretty nice, especially with like a little Gleemox or maybe Avacyn's Pilgrim into it. I don't really want Lotus Petal here or Savai Triumph. I'm pretty well covered on Mardu lands, honestly. Vamp is a great card, but not really for this deck so much. Lelia also with Cascade is broken. If you have Lelia in play and cast Bloodbraid, if you flip over 4 cards before hitting a spell, it gets +1/+1 counter for each one. So that's crazy. All right, I'll Lelia and maybe Magda or Triumph comes back. Oh, there's also Emerald Captain, but I think given my curve, I think I'd rather just take the Lelia here. Tolarian Academy, I'm not in a position to take that. I am in a position to take Fiery Confluence, though. This looks like a pretty nice spot for that. There's 2 1-mana removal spells. There's a Stoneforge Mystic, but I don't think I want to take that. And I don't really need the Blood Crypt. I think my mana is looking pretty good. There's also Indatha Triumph, but we'll see what comes back. Oh, wow. This pack has Pest Infestation, Atroxa, and Reanimate. I'll just take Reanimate. Reanimate's a fantastic card, and I have some good creatures to reanimate here. Wouldn't mind a Savannah coming back, or a Lotus Cobra, or a Thornspire Verge. I mean, Pest Infestation is not going to come back, but I also have 2 ways to destroy artifacts already, so I think it's like a pretty good Reanimate. Plus, cutting Reanimate's nice. Oh, here there's Chaos Defiler and Caracas. Caracas Arwen, Lelia, Titania. Yeah, I kind of want to just take Caracas here. This is a good pack, because there's also 2 good duels in or Surveil Land, a duel, a Triumph, a Bauble. Chaos Defiler is great. Chariot and Rabble Master. Yeah, I think I take Caracas here. I can't really beat Caracas, I'll tell you that much. And then now I'll just take another Fetch Land. Fetch Lands are just so good. Pass up on Retrofitter, Chandra, Tribute Mage for the Thopter Sword combo. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a very close pick, to be honest. And then here, pretty happy just taking Skyclave. My mana is going to be good enough for it for sure. It's a pretty strong card to reanimate or get back with K-Command. Vindicate coming back would be nice, but I think Skyclave is really strong. Okay, this looks like 4-color no blue. I have three Naya fetches plus Plateau, Godless Shrine, and Scrubland. It would be nice to get a green duel at some point, but 2 of my fetches are green, so it's not even that critical. Ooh, Embroiled Captain came back? Yeah, I'm in. I like Savai Triumph, but like I said, I don't actually need it that badly. It would be nice to pick up. Oh, I bet I get a Deathrite for free here, because Echo, Concealing Curtains, Triumph, Backstreet are almost locks to get taken, and then maybe Tarfire or Leovold, and then Deathrite comes back to me. The reason is that I have 3 fetches, so Deathrite's great here, and they don't. The other people, well, do not, most likely. I'm not going to take Caryatid here. Kind of curious if I should take Indatha Triumph. It's a pretty nice tri-land. There's 2 different burn spells. This is not, I mean, this could be a Simian Spirit Guide deck. Accelerating out and the Monarch creatures or Bloodbraid is pretty nice. No, I think I just want Indatha Triumph here. It's also Stoneforge Mystic, but I don't mind not having that. Oh, I'll definitely take Savannah. Makes Arid Mason to untap green. It's just good to have more duels. And then one of these 3 green creatures probably comes back here, I would imagine, with Troll and Kappa being taken, or I get the red-green land. And then here, oh, Xander's Lounge is fetchable by 2 of my lands. Trop is also fetchable by 2. I'm going to take one of the 2 because then I'll have Domain. I think I'd rather just take Trop. I feel like I already have a Triumph. Yeah, Trop is pretty good. Pre-War Formalware looks really nice in this deck. There's also Chandra, but I feel like Formalware with 3 really good 3s is appealing. And Outland Liberator I like more than Llanowar Elves. I don't like Llanowar Elves in Domain that much. I like Pilgrim. I like Noble Hierarch. I like Ignoble Hierarch. Okay, Leovold, Tarfire, and Deathrite. Yeah, this still looks like a really nice Deathrite deck. I do like Leovold, but Mana Dorks are nice. And then here, I guess I will just take another Mana Dork. I mean, it's a good one. I feel like Unholy Heat is just fine here. And then Elvish Mystic came back, and I'm not really that worried about that. All right. This looks like a really good Domain setup. Let's see if we can get something nice and powerful to go with it. There's Mana Vault and there's Caves of Chaos Adventure, and those are both quite strong. I don't want Teferi or Rumble here, though I would like to get one of those. No, I'm not going to get Teferi back, but getting Rumble back would be nice. I kind of think I just take Caves of Chaos Adventure. I have a couple accelerants. I don't love passing Mana Vault, but Caves of Chaos Adventure is pretty busted, so I think I'll just take that. And then now there's a Time Twister. I'm not taking that. There's Noble and Halfling, so I probably just take neither. It's really, do I want Gut or Oko? This is not the best gut deck in the world. But I could pick up stuff. Just, you want things like Thraben Inspector or Glimmerlands, just stuff that puts extra material on the board. It'd be nice to wheel Aragorn too. I think that's pretty doable. I like the Caracas in this deck. I mean, Gut is more on color. I think I will take Gut. Gut is pretty good. And then here, there's that Glimmerlands. Passing Brain Freeze, Mox Opal. I could just take Necromancy. It's a pretty good Necromancy deck. And then maybe get one of these white cards back, or Elves of Deep Shadow. No one's taking Elves of Deep Shadow. All right, yeah, Necromancy seems fine. Kind of nice deck. I could play blue cards if I had the reason to, because I have that trop. Oh, now I'll probably just take Comet. Comet is wild. Oh, and Sylvan Safekeeper on the wheel for my Titania. Oh, Gaia's Cradle would be nice here, but I guess my curve isn't actually so high. I'll definitely take Comet and see what comes back. Most likely going to get back that Sylvan Safekeeper. I think Fast Bond, Wandering Emperor, Cradle, Boseiju, Chromatic Star might be gone, but we'll see. That was pick 4. We get 2 new picks. I'm not really missing anything. Like, I didn't take the Stoneforge, so I'm not missing an equipment, you know. I'm not trying to complete any combos so much. If I saw like a Nadu, I would probably take it, because Caracas is pretty nice. I mean, I'm going to end up with a lot of legends in this deck. Here, late Archon. There's a Jetmir's Garden and a Proving Ground, but I don't really feel like I need those that badly. Probably just take Wasteland. It's great with Titania. And also with Deathrite, because not only does Wasteland, you can remove it with Deathrite, you can also, it kills their land, so it just double fuels Deathrite. Lingering Souls is a fantastic card, but I think this is certainly a spot for Wasteland. And I think all of my fetches get pretty much all the colors. Wooded Foothills, yeah, gets all the colors. Arid Mesa doesn't get blue, but it gets all the other 4, and Windswept gets all 5. So I have some pretty good fetch lands here. At this point, it looks like I'm not playing any blue cards, but we'll see what this last pack is here. It's possible I could get something. There's the Nadu. Interesting. There's also Ren and 6 with Wasteland and 3 fetches, but I don't think anyone else wants Ren and 6. I kind of think I do take Nadu. It's awesome with Arwen. It's awesome with Caracas. It's a good thing for pre-war formal wear. It's just a really strong card in general. Like, you just play it, and I don't know. If they have to do something to it. Oh, Teferi came back? I'll probably just take that. I don't really want to pack Mac a Teferi. And I think the trop makes it not too crazy to splash this. Malevolent Rumble is nice, but even if I don't end up playing Teferi, I'm happy enough. Look, this pack still has all the goods. I'll take Noble, and I'll try to float Aragorn one more time, I think. I want Noble. The only 2 cards I guess Halfling casts 3 cards. It casts the red for Comet and the red for Gut and Lelia. Otherwise, Noble casts everything. But Noble, having Exalted is pretty huge. All right, no one wanted the Brain Freeze. I don't really want Elves of Deep Shadow. I think I'll take Anointed Peacekeeper for the sideboard. It has some good matchups. Oh, Sylvan Safekeeper and Cradle Wield. Do I want Cradle here? I have a lot of creatures, but what do I do with all this Cradle, man? I just don't really do anything, so I think I'd rather just take Sylvan Safekeeper. Now 2 Triumphs came back. I guess I'll take Jetmir's Garden. That's going to be more on color. And I've got 2 packs of wheels, which are really nice. I have to cut some cards already. Probably cut Teferi. I'm fine with that, even just being a hate draft, honestly. Outland Liberator I can probably cut. The rest of this looks pretty good. This is now 16 lands plus a Gleemox. Yeah, Ren and 6 came back. I think it's going to be excellent here. Pass a really late Flame Tongue, but that's okay. I guess I could probably cut K-Command. And then Rumble comes back. There's also Crucible, but I think I'd rather just have Rumble. And I didn't float Aragorn again, but I got Delighted Halfling back. And now I can probably cut Avacyn's Pilgrim, because I think Delighted Halfling's going to be better. Same with Deathrite. Rumble fuels Deathrite as well. And then Elves of Deep Shadow. So green was open. It was a good place to be. All right. Let's get to deck building here. All right. I mean, the mana in this deck is really good. Yeah, I think... Oh, I also have Sylvan Safekeeper Nadu, by the way. No big deal. So if I have drop, I have 1, 2, 3... Arid Mesa doesn't get blue. I have 3, 4 blue sources plus Deathrite, Noble, and Delighted Halfling. That's 7. Carries is 8. I think that's enough for Nadu. I need to cut 1 card probably. I'm going to put a Forest. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. Definitely want a Mountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 red plus the Dorks. And a Plains. And I guess I could just play an island. I also have Caves of Chaos Adventure. So an island I can fetch with the Initiative. Okay. I mean, is there a chance I cut the Formal Wear or the Necromancy? They're kind of nice with Malevolent Rumble too. I could cut Fiery Confluence. I'll have cut all my artifact removal if I do that, but I think that might be okay. And I don't think I need a swamp here is my guess, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 black for Reanimate Necromancy is all. And then I have a bunch of anti-artifact stuff in the sideboard. I don't think I want to Fairy. Yeah, I guess I'm good at cutting Fiery Confluence here. And pending the approval of my team, I think we got a deck here. Let's see what Nacho and Sam Rolph have drafted. Always a treat, both of those. All right, Nacho's got, Mox Emerald and Soul Ring, 4th Earlingus, Seasoned Dungeoneer, Headliner Scarlet. Also, this is where the Aragorn went and the Otharian Fractured, so Mac took Feywild, I guess. Library of Alexandria. Yeah, Mother of Runes, pretty solid red-white deck, don't mind it. And then Sam has Mana Crypt, Moxjet, Time Walk. Though he did get past 2 of those, so that means they have power too, but still, with Palantir, Kaito, Shieldred, Chaos Defiler, Time Spiral Troll. This deck looks nice too, a little blue-black deck. Our decks look pretty good, and Sam has 3 pieces of power, Nacho has 2, and I have 1. That's a lot. That's a lot. So let's see how this goes. All right, time for round 1 against Aberdasher, a mod of mine. Kind of funny. All right, time to mulligan that hand. Okay. Well, Sylvan Safekeeper, see you later. We're going to go turn 1 Sylvan Caryatid, turn 2 Emberwild Captain, and or Palace Jailer if Aber plays a 1-drop, but we'll see. Either way, this hand's real good. We get to keep this Sylvan Safekeeper down, and then no reason to crack that fetch yet because I don't really know what it is that I want to fetch. So, also with a Gleemox and a Caryatid in play, it kind of doesn't matter. Either one is like both of those combined means I don't really need this Windswept Heath to be any particular land. The one thing I don't have, I guess, is a Surveil land. Turn 1 Expedition map. Okay. Let's get Plateau. Plateau is pretty nice. Something that doesn't provide green, just to maximize the number of colors and land types for territorial combo. Ooh, Reanimate plus Rumble. I mean, we are just cruising here. This is such a good draw. Mulliganed on the play. Unlucky as usual, but turn 2 Everwild Captain off of like all really good mana sources. So it's not like I, Dark Ritualed it out. With an incredible follow-up of Palace Jailer or Rumble into Reanimate. So, yeah, I don't think Swamp Expedition map, which I assume is going to look to get Tolarian Academy at some point here, it's going to be able to compete with this all that well. Knight's Whisper, you got it. All right, I'm not going to just play Palace Jailer because it doesn't really do anything. So let's go Malevolent Rumble. Let's put Sylvan Safekeeper into my hand. This is so great. Play Sylvan Safekeeper. And then Reanimate Nadu. Oh, man. All right, and I don't really need to go off with Nadu or anything here. Just it's basically, unless Aber has a Toxic Deluge, I basically just win. But I mean, Deluge would be good. If Aber deluges, do I want to sack a land to get a Nadu trigger? Probably not. But if it's Currency Converter, into Academy, is that going to be the whole joke? No, Polluted Delta. I mean, this is 8 damage. I mean, I guess it's not lethal. Well, it's going to be more than that because I'm going to gut as well. Because now Toxic Deluge isn't even an out. Oh, red and 6 as well. All right, let's go red and 6. Get back. I'll just get back island. I don't really need to get a fetch here, I don't think. Land. Good. I mean, this is just firing on all cylinders. Like, come on. I don't think this draw could be better. And attack with those and sack an Eldrazi spawn. So now you take 12, go to 2. I mean, I guess I could have even Ren in 6 to put Aber to 1. So the delta was off. Yeah, that was probably better, to be honest, but I did like curving out. One of the things I do, though, no jokes, like about putting an extra land into play is that it just gives me another land for Sylvan Safekeeper here. Obviously, Deluge is no longer anything. I suppose I could get like brain freezed out. Yeah, no, I should have just pinged with Ren and 6. There was no real reason to do it this way. All right, draw. I mean, unless Aber has some kind of combo here, I think it's going to be pretty difficult to win. Let's see, do I have any instants that do anything? No, not really, that I could look for with Safekeeper Nadu. I could draw 4 cards here and hope to hit an instant. Sideboard, though, Fiery Confluence, Kolagon's Command, those Outland Liberator, those are all coming in. I just don't think Aber puts Expedition Map in his deck unless he has the Tellurian Academy that's not on my team. So, and Mac is playing blue-black ninjas, so that's not too much of a thing either. And let's see. Yep, up a game here. Not much info, but enough to share with the team. Okay, so I want Fiery Confluence, K Command, Outland Liberator. I don't want Galvanic Discharge. That one might come back in. Pre-War Formal Wear, I think, is probably not needed. And Arwen doesn't look particularly strong. Is there any chance I want another Mana Dork? Because in some matchups, another Mana Dork seems like it'd be good. Maybe Anointed Peacekeeper. It's possible I don't want Nadu, but Nadu's pretty good. And I want Sylvan Safekeeper Titania in regardless. I don't want Palace Jailer. There is a chance Necromancy is not at its best. Yeah, maybe I take out Necromancy for Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay. I just didn't want Necromancy and Formal Wear in my deck because it doesn't look like Abra's really killing my creatures. It looks more like a combo deck. All right, here I'm on the draw. I think I can mulligan this hand. It's an okay hand, but look, I could just mulligan to this, which is kind of the same hand but with a 1-drop, which seems pretty good to me. I mean, when you have 4 1-mana dorks and a Gleemox, you just have a little bit more latitude when it comes to mulling. I even get to piggyback off of that delta. The one reason I like playing Savannah first is Aber may not crack the delta to not fuel the Deathrite. Well, and not knowing I have the fetches, but of course, if you got to crack it for Undercity Sewers, that makes a lot of sense. Turn 2. I could Territorial Kavu. If Aber plays a quality artifact like a Talisman, I'll probably just Outland Liberator blow up the Talisman, though. So we'll have to see how this goes. Okay, kept the card on top here. And no plays. Well, if it's no plays, I guess I kind of want Territorial Kavu. I could also Rumble plus Outland Liberator. Is that good? I could also just play Outland Liberator. Is that something? So the advantage of just playing Outland Liberator is I can just pass with Deathrite up. If Aber plays an artifact, I can pop it end of turn. Yeah, because I'm following up with Comet, so I think it makes sense to do that. Let's get Plateau, I guess. Oh, that's not what I wanted to play. I wanted to play Outland Liberator. Because I think the Comet's going to be enough pressure here that I'm happy just putting Outland Liberator into play and then passing the turn here. We'll see what Aber is up to. And I don't think it was good to burn Rumble as just an impulse. I think I can wait a little bit on that, especially since this letting me leave up Outland Liberator is a big part of this. What is this? Occult Epiphany for 1. Okay. Interesting. Discards an island and makes a 1/1. Sure. That's not like setting up an animate. That's good at least. Oh no. That's no good. I'm just dead. No wonder the Occult Epiphany was going on. All right. I guess we'll see Aber's deck, but yeah, I am weak to that for sure. Okay. Oracle Consult. Good times. All right. Well, let's see the whole deck here and certainly lose the game. All right, good combo. I don't see a Tolarian Academy here, but I bet there is one. The map is just a dead giveaway, and there's a lot of artifacts, so there is an Urza. All right. Do I have anything against that? Galvanic Discharge doesn't do anything. Teferi doesn't really stop it because, first of all, these cards are way too big. Yes, you can't consult in response to Oracle Trigger. You could just cast Consult and then cast Oracle. And like looking at this, he has Mana Drain and that's it. Teferi shuts off pretty much. I guess Occult Epiphany kind of. Is there something I don't want? I like Peacekeeper. I like Outland Liberator, Confluence, all these things. Yeah, I think I'll run it. I could take out Sylvan Safekeeper, Titania, Nadu, but I don't think I have anything I want that much more. All right, well, I gotta find a fast draw. I guess I'll keep this on the play. I don't think I'm supposed to mull turn 2 Kavu, turn 3 Outland Liberator on the play. On the draw, I'd be fairly prone to mull this. If Aber draws Consult plus Oracle, I don't really have a good way to stop him. So I just kind of hope that doesn't happen, I guess. All right, Aber kept 7. And I want to get Indotha Triome. I guess it doesn't matter too much which one of these I play, because I want to get black. Okay, Undercity Sewers, milling a Kappa Cannoneer, sure. Let's go Indotha Triome. And there's the, well, maybe I'll play that next turn. Let's play the Territorial Kavu as a 4/4. Also lets me do some looting here. If I'd kept Necromancy, I could Necromancy that Kappa Cannoneer. Animate Dead, the Outland Liberator will get that pretty nicely. Let's see. I think I'm going to discard Bloodbraid Challenger here. Gut is also nice. Let's attack Territorial Kavu. Discard a card. Bloodbraid Challenger. Because that one I can flash back. Oh, or I can do that. You can't block here ever. It's illegal. You can't do that. I'm going to fetch a Tropical Island. I mean, I'm probably going to do that anyway, but like, if you block here, it's going to go so badly for you. Let's see. Oh, I did take a bit of a risk, though. Trop is my only blue land. If I drew it off the loot, I would get totally screwed. But I feel like the equity of this block here is pretty high, too. So maybe it was worth taking the risk. We'll see. We'll see. I didn't get punished, regardless of whether this block happens or not. Obviously, if the block happens, I'll be thrilled. Oh, this is taking too long. Aber's not going to do it. I think this is taking long enough because Aber's consulting his team. And once Mac looks at the situation, he is not going to be okay with this block. So we'll see, though. We'll see. You know, stranger things have happened. Oh, there we go. No blocks. Okay. Oh, that would have been so nice, though. Yeah, I will actually fetch the Trop. Take 5. And honestly, I don't think I care about the Kappa Cannoneer. I'm just not going to die to that thing. So let's just do this. Aber has to play a spell this turn or Outland Liberator flips. And if Outland Liberator dies, I can always just reanimate it. And I also just want to set up Gut attacking here. Okay, that does not look like an Oracle Consult. Currency Converter, sure. And Revoker. Oh. Revoking the Liberator, sure, that plays. On my turn, if I draw any land, I can Palace Jailer the Revoker and then use the Liberator. But without like a Time Walk or anything, like there's no Time Warp, right? I can just take 2 hits of this thing. I don't think Gaber's going to put 6 artifacts into play next turn. Nadu doesn't do too much for me. So let's see. I can't reanimate and... No, I can't do it all. Because if I reanimate Bloodbraid Challenger and play Gut and attack, I don't have the mana to use Outland Liberator, and I take 5 down to 7, and then the Kappa Cannoneer does kill me. So what do I want to do here? It would be nice to play Gut. What I could do here, here's an interesting play. Let's think this through. I can play Gut, leaving up Intatha Triome, attack with Territorial Kavu Liberator, and then sack Liberator to the Gut and hit for 9. Or I sack Delighted Halfling. Maybe I sack Delighted Halfling. Aber blocks. Because I'm going to discard Nadu here to the Territorial Kavu. If I draw a land, I can then reanimate Liberator and kill the Animate Dead. But if I don't draw land, I'm at 12 against a Kappa Cannoneer. Like, how's he getting 6 artifacts into play? Some wild Saheeli turn or something? I kind of feel like this works, and I guess I'll spend a red here. And if I draw a land, it just works anyway. So, I think this is good. Attack with those two. Discard a card. I guess I can... Oh, I guess I'll sack this. I guess I could have done it in a slightly different order to then decide what to discard, or see what I discard, but I think this is fine. Okay, I didn't hit the land, blocks there. I could also reanimate Phyrexian Revoker. If I reanimate Phyrexian Revoker, I could name Saheeli, because one of the ways I lose, I guess, is Saheeli copy currency converter. But if I reanimate, because like Saheeli play a 0 copy converter, turn converter into a Kappa Cannoneer. But if I reanimate, I go to 10 and then 4 artifacts kill me. But honestly, I think 6. I think I reanimate the Revoker, because looking at Aber's deck, he doesn't have that much that like stops the board. I guess could a Walking Ballista do it? Maybe the Saheeli thing is... Saheeli plus a 0 just kills me though, right? It does exactly 12. If I go to 10, he has to put 4 artifacts into play to kill me. That seems pretty difficult to me. He can go top. He's 4 cards, and then he can go top, Mox Opal. But if he had Mox Opal, maybe he would have played it last turn. Top, map, Opal, Chalice or something. This is tough. Versus just Saheeli. Saheeli plus a 1 or a 0 if he has a 1 if he has a land, 0 if he doesn't. I think I'm a little bit better off reanimating Saheeli. Obviously, it would have been nice to draw a land and reanimate the Outland Liberator. But, what's it? Saheeli Sublime Artificer. All right. Let's pass the turn here and hope I don't die. Undercity Sewers milling Cannoneer and animating it on turn 2 is really funny. Because I also wanted to put Aber in a position where I could just win as quickly as possible. Yeah, like Urza doesn't do it unless it's like a bunch of 0s. Basically, I don't really see a way to get 4 artifacts into play without involving like at least 1 and probably 2 0-mana artifacts. And Aber would have played those earlier. Like you just would have played Mox Opal last turn to deal an extra point of damage last turn as well. So it doesn't seem that likely, and hopefully I don't get Thassa's Oracled here, but again, I can't really control that. I just have to have the fastest clock I can. All right, if this is Activate Currency Converter, I feel pretty good. This needs 3 more artifacts here. Okay. 8. Oh, he has enough, because he has the Ballista. Yeah, that'll do it. That was close. A lot of ways I could have gone there, but I feel like that was the play to make. Well, that was a close one. I would like to play first. Playing against like a 4-color, no red, mid-range style deck. Ugh. That was tough. This hand is also tough because if I draw any fetch land, this hand becomes awesome. But if I don't, I could draw fetch or green. Green would also make this hand good. So let me just take a look here. So Gleemox would also work. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 really good draws. And then the 2 tap lands, the tapped green lands are just okay. I think I'm going to mulligan that hand. Yeah, this hand I believe is better. And I'm going to keep, I think I'm just going to put Gut or Bloodbraid Challenger back. I feel like it's probably Bloodbraid. And I guess I'll get Jetmir's Garden off this Windswept Heath. I feel like Nadu is a high payoff, especially with Caracas in hand, that I'd rather keep that over to Bloodbraid, which costs 5 mana. Turn on Botanical Sanctum. Spyglass Siren, sure. Let's get Jetmir's Garden. And then go Rumble into... I can turn 3 a Comet here, potentially. Oh. Malevolent Rumble. Okay. Going to pick up a land out of this, hopefully. Indatha Triumph, Plains. Caves of Chaos Adventure. Oh, this is close. So, I'm not going to take the Adventure because it gives me a great Necromancy target. I think I'm just going to take the Plains. The reason is I want to cast a Comet next turn. I could have taken Indatha Triumph and try to set up Necromancy on Caves of Chaos, but I just feel like that's eventually going to happen, most likely. And getting an initiative creature out when they have a Spyglass Siren isn't even that exciting. So, hoping Dark Quarter uses the map token on the Spyglass Siren, and I can play Comet with no issue, but we'll have to see. Mox Pearl, okay. I'm just going to go for this Comet, even if Dark Quarter leaves mana up. I don't really have a better move. Like, I guess I could play Gut and attack with the spawn and sack it, but I don't think that's very good. Hit Plains. Okay. Not too exciting. Let's see what I draw. Let's see. Galvanic Discharge. All right, let's just cast Comet here. Well, you know what? I'll take a sec. I'm going to look at the replays just to make sure I know what I'm playing against, like at every card. Okay, after looking at all the replays, I didn't see any 2-mana counters. I did see Fairy Mastermind, so hopefully I don't get countered here. I just think the payoff on Comet is so much higher. Any 6s? Oh, I hit a 6. All right, there we go. Comet again. Let's see if we get to 7s. Now I'm nugging, so I'll just kill the Spyglass Siren and then go again. And then make 2 squirrels. All right, well, that was pretty good. Kind of expecting a Fairy Mastermind here, but I'm okay with that too. Comet will live. And, oh, nothing. Nice. And then next turn, Gut is so much better now with the 2 squirrels to sack. I am playing against Toxic Deluge, so I do have to worry about that. Oh, well, you know what? If I traded kind of 2 for 1, I guess the Siren drew a card there and made some squirrels. That's not so bad. Right. Land would be nice, because if I drew a land, I mean, Mountain wasn't the best land, of course, but still, Swamp, anything that added blue or green mana would be better, but this does let me keep Caracas up to protect Gut here, and I get to upgrade one of these squirrels. I mean, this still looks pretty good. I get to smash for a lot, and I have a Galvanic Discharge, and any fetch land unlocks one of these cards. Not both, unfortunately. I do have to worry about Toxic Deluge, but not that much, because it's not happening this turn, presumably, and next turn I'm going to get to attack for like potentially 10 damage, and then Deluge, and I pull back the Gut is just not that bad for me. Okay, well, let's see what this is, though. 3 mana. And Pest Infestation X equals 1. Oh, okay. Nice, I didn't have a target for that. I'm probably going to Galvanic Discharge one of the pests here. Oh, I drew Scrubland. That's awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to get Caves of Chaos Adventurer, but I think I want to go attack first. Attack. Galvanic Discharge a Pest. Because now the Pest can't double block the skeleton or the gut. So no real good blocks here. You can chump a gut and take 8, or yeah, just take 1,000,000 damage. And then post-combat necromancy, and I can go get my island. Yeah, and I have the initiative, so certainly don't think the Toxic Deluge is going to do the trick anymore. And get island here. Boom. What a well-constructed deck. I really like this deck. I'm really bummed that I lost round 1. It could have done something different on that last game for sure. But this is going to be the Deluge, and it's just not going to matter that much, I think. Deluge for 3. Caracas the gut. And then next turn I can play like Gut and Nadu. I'm going to go to Forge even though it's... Oh. I actually don't know. I don't think I want to Forge, unfortunately, now, because I don't think putting the counter on... Oh. That was just a straight up misclick. Okay. Well, it's actually not that bad. It would be nice to draw... Oh. That was actually a really nice draw. Let's do that. Because now, if I could play Nadu and then block the adversary and bounce it with Caracas, but I think this just works just fine. Let's do this. This is a lot less risky. Oh, a lot less risky because I just win. All right, that plays. Being able to block and bounce with Caracas could let me win off trap still, but then I'm putting myself at a lot of risk against a removal spell. This worked out nicely. Okay. I mean, against Toxic Deluge... I mean, they've got a Mox. Like, I could put, like, a K command in. Pre-War Forum War is a little less enticing against Pest Infestation. Because, I mean, Gleemox is whatever against that. The Forum War does get something back already, though. I don't think I want most stuff here. I kind of like where I'm at. I guess Arwen is once again not the best against Deluge. All right, let's try the K command here. See if this works out. All right. And on the draw, had some good mulligans so far, I will say that. And this hand... Oh, they're Allure deck too. I guess I didn't mention that. Yeah, this hand is pretty great. Turn 1 Deathrite, and then Wasteland adds multiple options to that. I'm gonna wait on the Wasteland here. I'm gonna play a Mana Dork first, and I think I like playing Deathrite first because between Wooded Foothills and Wasteland, that's 3 activations of Deathrite already if I need to, though obviously I would prefer not to exile my own lands because I've read in 6 until I have to. But it lets me cast more things like Territorial Cavu, for example. Okay. Well, Psychic Frog is pretty good. Let's just go Wasteland, Delighted Halfling, and I can still Palace Jailer the Frog next turn here. Can't block and kill it with Galvanic Discharge, unfortunately. Psychic Frog is a little too burly. Not that many 2-drops I wouldn't be able to kill with Discharge, which would have been pretty nice. But what can you do? What I really am scared of is Fairy Mastermind here. Because what I wouldn't mind is if Dark Quarter attacks, I'll take it. You draw a card, whatever. And then play a creature, and I go end of turn, Galvanic Discharge that creature, play Palace Jailer. What I'm scared of is land, pass, have Fairy Mastermind up. So I would really like Dark Quarter to make a play here. That would be ideal. No? All right. I guess I'm just going to have to go for it. That's Arid Mesa. We'll get Scrubland, seems fine. Exile Tar Pit. Okay. Add a white. Oh, you know, I'm glad it worked out, but that's a little dangerous. If Dark Quarter wanted to, they could have sacked Misty and then exiled the 3 lands to the Psychic Frog. Huh, I gotta watch out for that. All right. I'm feeling Fairy Mastermind here. It's going to be so brutal because then Dark Quarter is also going to draw a card off the Mastermind. Take back the Monarch. Oh, but I don't think I have any other moves. What I can do, though... Oh, thank God. Okay. Now I'm feeling all right. What I was going to say, what I could do is chump the Frog with Jailer and then Necromancy the Jailer and Galvanic Discharge the Fairy, but it doesn't look like that's going to be an issue. And now I'm feeling pretty good. Selfless Spirit? No, that I can kill. Easy peasy. Let's see. Let's draw. So I could... Necromancy, K command, discharge. What do I want to do about that Selfless Spirit? I think I just attack with these 2. There's just no chance that Dark Quarter blocks here. Plateau, and then Galvanic Discharge the Selfless Spirit, I think. I get no energy. That's fine. Pass, and then I leave up Deathrite to either exile the Selfless Spirit and gain 2 life, maybe exile the Discharge and cost Dark Quarter some life. And then I just didn't really want to use K command when the second mode wasn't getting much value. They were just discarding a card. And I think getting back like one of these cards out of the graveyard is going to be a lot better. Giver of Runes and put Lurrus into hand. Oh, Lingering Souls. Okay. Lingering Souls is pretty annoying. I've got some options here. I'm going to exile Lingering Souls with Deathrite before it gets flashed back. The question is, do I either spend 3 mana on cycling Endotha Triumph, or do I cast a K command here? I could K command. I could killing a spirit, make you discard a card, and then necromancy the Selfless Spirit. But I think I just give up. Maybe I just have to give up on Monarch. Exile Misty Rainforest. Maybe I just cycle Endotha Triumph. No, I should probably kill the Giver of Runes. That card's going to be pretty annoying. You discard a card, kill Giver of Runes. All right. And discard Snapcaster Mage. Oh. That's interesting. Okay. Attack for 3, I think. Oh, wait, am I gonna... Because I could Necromancy Snapcaster and Galvanic Discharge a Spirit, but I don't think that does too much. I somehow managed to draw all lands so far. It's not been ideal. I'm going to exile Lingering Souls and I guess just play Island. Wooded Foothills doesn't get untapped black anyway right now. Pass the turn. Draw off the Monarch. Yeah, it's not looking amazing. Okay, Lingering Souls is good. Lingering Souls is good. Yep, Psychic Frog is back. And maybe I can get my Palace Jailer killed and Necromancy it, though I still kind of run into the same problem. I just need to find a little bit more action, I guess. I don't know. We'll see what Dark Quarter's got for me here. Infernal Grasp the Deathrite. Okay, well that at least gives me a target for pre-war formal wear. Could put Lurrus in hand and take 1 going to 7. I cycle Endotha Triumph. Oh, Council's Judgment. Okay. I guess there goes the Palace Jailer. All right. Cycle Endotha Triumph here. Need to find some kind of heavy hitter. I really have missed. Wow. Okay. I mean, because they sacked the Selfless Spirit heads up play, I can't... Oh, no, I guess I can kill No, I can kill the frog with galvanic discharge here. So hold on, let's actually play mountain here. Necromancy. Oh, this isn't even going to work. I can't necromancy Snapcaster with a psychic frog in play. So I guess, you know, I'm losing pretty badly. I'm just going to go for it here and hope it works out. Yeah, we take those, you know. We really do. And Dark Quarter didn't stop me from using Deathrite before, so let's just do it. Okay, deal 2 to the frog. And I guess I actually don't play Sylvan Caryatid because I get to just attack with the Lighted Halfling and take the Monarch. Okay. We're doing some things now. Ooh, now a Nadu or Titania draw is awesome. They've got to attack back to take the Monarch here. And I've got pre-war Formalware. They do have Luris. Caracas is not obviously an answer to Luris completely because they can still, you know, their Luris isn't in hand yet. It's still in Companion Zone. But once they get Luris, which they will at some point, they're going to want to play it, get back, play Psychic Frog, or give her Selfless Spirit. Maybe Mishra's Bauble, but I guess if they're just putting Luris in the hand and casting it now. No, they just didn't cast it. Okay. Take my turn here. Oh, Renin 6 is nice too. I could get Wasteland, but I kind of want to just ping the Spirit token. This puts me pretty close to lethal here. Well, maybe I lead with Sylvan Safekeeper. I'm really not that worried about counter spells. So I think I'm going to sack this and get green. I'll just get Trop. Then play Renin 6 like this. I could have made it uncounterable by using Delighted Halfling, but I think every point really counts here. And I just looked through all the replays from round 1, didn't see any counters, so I ping the Spirit token. Now I can attack with both of these, and I'm going to take the Monarch here for sure. Dark Quarter could play Fairy Mastermind to block one of them, but that's not going to stop. Okay. Brainstorm really doesn't do much. And then I get to play pre-war Formal or getting back Deathrite, and I actually think I have it pretty close to locked up then, because assuming this attack goes through, Dark Quarter goes to 3, Deathrite deals 2 unblockable next turn by using its ability, while also with getting to attack with Vigilance, actually. Renin 6 pings 1. I've got these other creatures in play. None of my creatures are targetable. Okay, this looks like Containment Priest. Okay. No. Block Delighted Halfling. No, block Snapcaster. All right. Fair. Go to 4. I become the Monarch. Wow, I'm actually really glad it worked out that way, because otherwise pre-war Formlore wouldn't get back Deathrite. But I think taking less damage makes a lot of sense. Renin 6 also pings, and they have to attack me to get rid of the Monarch, so their Spirit's not much of a blocker. Oh, a Bloodbraid Challenger? Okay. Gonna win this one. It would take some kind of like wild combo finish for me not to win. I can't really think of a combination of fair cards that does the trick here. It'd have to be like Orcish Bowmaster's Time Twister, which I know they don't have. I know they don't have Time Twister, at least. They could, I think, technically have Bowmasters. Because it's just like Deathrite's lethal, Bloodbraid's lethal. These 2 plus Renin 6 isn't quite lethal, but it turns off at least Horizon Canopy. And the Spirit has to attack to take Monarch, so it's not even a blocker. Or you let me take Monarch, or keep Monarch, which means I'm also winning the game going long. So I feel pretty good about this. All right, what do we got here? Intrepid Adversary. I mean, that itself has lifelink. You got to pay at least 1. Because otherwise Renin 6 just pings it. Yeah, I guess technically this keeps you alive on board, because you end up with a 5/3 lifelink and a 3/3 blocker. Let's see. Yeah, block. Okay. I can ping the... No, I can't even ping the spirit because the adversary is big. All right. I mean, I don't think it's going to be enough against Bloodbraid Challenger, but I guess it's kind of interesting. What happens if I go Bloodbraid, let's say I whiff, attack with everything. Oh. Okay. Kill a Wrenn and 6, sure. Let's draw. I mean, Titania is also a banger here. Let's just map this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can't play both unless I want to use Deathrite. But using Deathrite is pretty good. I could attack with Deathrite, force the trade, but then I wouldn't be able to use the mana that effectively. If I Bloodbraid and attack with everything, Intrepid blocks Bloodbraid. They go to 9. They take 5, 6, 7 off using Deathrite, so that's not lethal either. Most of the things I could hit aren't lethal. I could also just go Titania, Wasteland your Rafine's Tower, play Caracas, and then just make a million things end of turn. I'm at 14. Enforce this trade. Yeah, I guess that's probably what I want to do. So let's see. Do I want to... I think I just want to take the Monarch here. I don't want to attack with Sylvan Safekeeper. If Intrepid Adversary blocks the Delighted Halfling, that's also fine with me. All right, so now exile Council's Judgment, I guess. Okay, you go to 2. These trade off. I get the... Oh, I still had the Monarch on. Guess I didn't need to do that. But, well, I want to attack with the Deathrite anyway, so that I don't mind. All right, Titania. Get back Wasteland. And I have Caracas to protect Titania. This seems like the safest play. There are a couple of cards I could flip off Bloodbraid that would just win the game, but I don't really need to. This just makes infinite 5/3s and destroys one of their lands. And Titania just gets saved by Caracas, so it's not even like a sweeper does much. And against a sweeper, I have Bloodbraid, and it gets Intrepid Adversary off the board. So yes, I think we're doing okay here. Titania here with Caracas up, Sylvan Safekeeper. Like, technically, Dark Quarterer can, like, attack me for 1, take the Monarch, and then cast, like, Sunfall. And, yeah, they didn't do that. All right. On to round 3 here. All right. Playing against Mac with his blue-black flash reanimate deck. Well, this hand's just not a keeper. Okay, I guess I'm in for this. Put a Bloodbraid Challenger back because I think Titania is going to be better. Oh man, if this mill's a big creature, it would have been so sick if I kept the turn 1 reanimate hand. Okay, I'm going to play turn 1 Delighted Halfling, and if I draw a fetch land, this hand is awesome. If I don't, well... it's not as good. Shieldred's Edict. Okay. Let's go. Fetch land? Noble. All right. I guess I'll play Noble here. And next turn, hopefully Wrenn and 6 plus Deathrite. No, I can't say I love my spot. I don't think my 5-card hand was going to be better, especially against a Shieldred's Edict. I don't know. Any fetch land in this hand becomes quite functional with Wrenn and 6, especially if the Delighted Halfling didn't die. Obviously, there's a lot that works out poorly if I don't draw lands. All right. Let's just play Lelia. I don't think I'm going to win this game. I think he's going to cast Flash or something here. But what am I going to do? I don't really have many options. Any Gleemoxes? Yeah. All right. That's fine. I'm not beating a turn 2 Flash very often. Anointed Peacekeeper or Teferi, any good? Pre-War 4 more I can definitely cut. Galvanic Discharge doesn't look that good. Let me see. What has he got in his deck here? Letting my teammates know I'm not really going to beat Flash. Doesn't have much for Galvanic Discharge. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. Arwen also doesn't look that great, so let's put these in, and probably Avacyn's Pilgrim. Okay, just a little bit more acceleration. This draft is going to lose. If we lose this draft, it's because I lost to Aber. That was tough. Okay, well, this hand is quite good. This is a turn 2 Emberwild Captain here. So let's see what I rumble into. Delighted Halfling, Titania, Renin 6. It's either Titania or Renin 6, and kind of looks like Renin 6 here, especially since I also have some reanimates in this particular deck. Let's hope Mac doesn't have a nut draw here, because turn 2 Emberwild is real nice, and then I get to Renin 6 back that Savannah as well. Grief. Yeah, that I can live with. My hand is just really good. Like, you can take... I have 2 4-drop Monarchs and Eulalia that are all going to provide me a lot of action. Renin 6 is also good here, but I don't really care if I get griefed. Even if Mac could bring back Grief this turn, which I have the reanimate, so that's not that likely, it's just not that bad for me. Okay, Raucous Theater. And hopefully... Okay, Mill of Duress, sure. I could Nadu. I think I'm just going to Palace Jailer here. Just to start drawing cards. Just getting the Monarch is just awesome. Though it would have worked out well to Eulalia off the Rumble token and then just play a land. Next turn, though, I can play Nadu, which is going to be pretty nice. If Mac animates Grief, then I'm okay with that too. Kitesail Freebooter my Renin 6. Oh, sure. Let's Skyclave the Freebooter. I don't want to let the Monarch get taken. And then this also lets me play Nadu with Caracas up if I want to. Okay. Well, we're not getting flashed yet, so I like that. Persist the Grief, sure. Renin 6 can ping the Grief now since it's a 2-1, so if you don't take that, then yeah, it takes the Nadu, sure. How do I want to do this? I think I want to Renin 6 the Grief. And then play Eulalia, because we're not worried about a Wrath here, and then just puts a pretty big clock on. Milled a Gut, and then drew Godless Shrine, which was the other way around. All right, so now we're talking Woodfall Primus or something else with Flash, huh? What to do? I guess I attack with everything first. I think I could... Well, the problem is, let's see, he puts Woodfall Primus and he blows up Caracas and Renin 6. Board puts in Metamorphosis Fanatic. Why don't I go return Savannah, play Savannah, play Sylvan Safekeeper, play Caves of Chaos Adventure, leaving up Caracas, and I think just no attacks here. I feel like it's just almost a lock that he has a flash of some kind. I don't know. Let's just see what he does. Feels like if he doesn't have anything, I'm winning by a lot. If he has something, it feels like attacking into it doesn't really do that much for me. If he flashes in Woodfall Primus here, it's just not that big of a deal. All right. Yeah, Metamorphosis Fanatic. Flash Metamorphosis Fanatic is pretty nice. It gets back Metamorphosis Fanatic and then Grief, and then I just have no spells in hand to Grief, and I have a lot of blockers here. Oh, he did it in response to the Monarch. That's really funny. All right. Going to game 3 here. I basically just need to open on Gleemox. Let's see. Or, you know, there are some configurations of games where he dumps a creature into the graveyard and I steal it with like a Necromancy or Reanimate. Yeah, I mean, I gotta keep this hand. No Gleemox, sadly. All right, getting duressed. I don't like that either. I mean, both Rumble and Necromancy are pretty good. Here, I'm going to get a turn 1 Gleemox is what I'm going to get. I'm going to get a turn 1 Avacyn's Pilgrim, though. If I don't have a Taiga in this deck. If I don't draw a red land, I might not play the Pilgrim on turn 1. We'll see what I do draw. Oh, well, that answers that. So now I can get any land. I think I'm going to get Trop. It's a little risky because if the Pilgrim dies, I don't get to cast white spells, but this means I can cast... I have white from Pilgrim, and so I wanted to get blue off of the Trop. Okay, freebooter my Necromancy. That's fine. Lelia into Gleemox. It's time. It's playing on my Wasteland nicely, I suppose. Is he going to grief my Lelia? He definitely could. That seems like to be what he's thinking about. He's going to pull the trigger. The third discard spell in 3 turns? Yeah. All right. Exile an Archon of Cruelty. Lelia's out of here. Wooded Foothills. All right. Pass the turn. Max got 2 cards in hand. If he doesn't kill me quickly, I do get to Titania here, and that's pretty good. Oh, I'm probably going to delay my plays by a turn to Wasteland. That is my guess, though. I don't know. It's close. Wooded Foothills. Oh, maybe I need to maybe I should have actually played the Wooded Foothills. It's not relevant this turn, but I do ultimately want to get Indotha Triumph off of it. He's debating whether to keep this card. It's both good and bad. It means it's not amazing, but it also means... what is this? Mind Twist? Okay. I didn't know about that one. All right. Lucky Mac. Let's draw some action. There's the Indotha Triumph I was hoping to get. All right, well, we both have nothing. He gets the first draw at this point. Oh, I drew Island right away? Oh, man, that unlocks so many cards. Comet. Let's go. Oh, there's Arid Mesa. Pass the turn. He's going to pay. He should pay here. Well, if I draw a removal spell, I don't have very many, but if I draw one for a Kitesail Freebooter, that's a pretty big game. Let's see. Do I want to sack this into this thing? Yeah. I don't want to get the Surveil land. Or, sorry, I would get Surveil land. I don't want to get Jetmir's Gardens because I do want to cycle it if I draw it. I don't need double red for anything. I have 2 green, 1 white. I guess I need to get a white land. So in that case, let's get white-red, I guess. There's white-red or white-green. All right. Action. All right. It's not nothing. Anointed Peacekeeper. Okay. Let me see. I got to see if there's anything that I think I'm going to name Metamorphosis Fanatic, because that's like... 1 card. No, because if he draws it, he's going to miracle it. So that's actually not right. Hold on. And at Feywild Caretaker, he could just play Archon, Concealing Curtains, Grief, Mind Twist, Persist. The Archon's gone. Otherwise, I would actually just name Archon. I mean, I guess I could just name Collective Brutality because he has the card. Yeah, it's not like amazing, but I think it's fine. All right, pass the turn. We can kill my Avacyn's Pilgrim, I guess. Spend 4 mana. All right, he's got some game breakers. I've got a lot of game breakers. I mean, just look at this, and, you know, any of the cards in the 3+ category, which is a lot of cards. I mean, I cited some of them out, but it's a lot of cards. Collective Brutality killed my thing. Attack. All right. Action. Let's go. No. Nope. Missed again. All right. Well, whatever he drew was worse than casting Collective Brutality on Pilgrim, which is not like an amazing play. So there's that. What a close game. I really like Nadu would be fine. Gut would be great. Any of the fours pretty much, or the Bloodbraid pretty much break the game open. I guess the Bloodbraid wouldn't have before, but it does now because I drew Caryatid. And I sided out Galvanic Discharge, but Skyclaving the Freebooter would also kind of get me there. Because then I could Necromancy probably Titania at this point. Concealing Curtains, sure. Make a 3/4. I mean, this is a kind of grimy game. It's a sweet one regardless. All right, Palace Jailer, let's go. Bloodbraid Challenger into Palace Jailer. Pass the turn. I have bricked every turn so far. I mean, I drew an Anointed Peacekeeper, which is not a very good draw. He's going to slam for... He could hit for 4. We're both at 15. I can't block the Revealing Eye, but my deck's better at dealing damage. Like, if he attacks and then I drew Gut, for example, he would be pretty unhappy. All right. I take it. Caracas. I guess that's better than not playing it. Pass the turn. Well, now if I draw a legend, it's got a little protection. Really need Mac to have drawn 2 lands here. No. What's this? What's this? Okay. All right. Damn. Now I don't really have outs. Well, also I just drew 7 land in a row, so there's that. That's an exaggeration, but not much of one. I drew 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 land, a Caryatid, and Anointed Peacekeeper in my last 6 draws. I mean, I got like 1 turn, if that, to draw something here. Like, I guess like drawing like Bloodbraid Challenger into Skyclave Apparition or something, or into Caves of Chaos Adventure. No, that doesn't even do that much. Okay. Even with the One Ring in place 2, just a miracle, the Metamorphosis Fanatic. And Entomb, what are you entombing for here? Woodfall Primus. I mean, the Archon is gone at least. God, my draws were not good. That's unfortunate. Yeah, game 1 or round 1 was my round to win. I think I would make the same play again, but certainly it could be a little bit... maybe it was too risky. It felt like it wasn't that risky because any land works, and then he also has to have 3 artifacts plus Ballista or 4 artifacts, which is not very easy. All right, this is fine. All right, that'll do it, unfortunately. Well, this is a cool deck. It had some good moves. Gleemox was great, of course, every time I drew it. It's at its best in Domain. Bloodbraid Challenger has been impressing me, and... yeah, Comet, all the 4s were good. All the cards, I needed that last game. But I think this deck did showcase the power of Malevolent Rumble and just kind of value reanimates. Those were pretty good. A card I've started to get lower on is Pre-War Formula. It has its moments, but it needs like kind of the right things to happen. Whereas, I mean, obviously Necromancer is a very good card, but like compare the two and one's a lot better than the other. And I do like that you can fetch this with Stoneforge, I guess. Ren and 6 was really good here with 3 fetches and... a Wasteland, and then Deathrite. This is the deck for it. Deathrite's not always in the cube. Every now and then it rotates in and out, but 3 fetches and a Wasteland plus Malevolent Rumble did pretty good. So I feel like this was a solid 2-1 deck, and I came very close to doing so. I mean, it was close to 3-0ing, right? Aber was an artifact away from losing, and against Mac, I had 6 draw steps where in the latter ones, it wouldn't have been enough necessarily, but in the earlier ones, if I drew one of these 4s, I could have easily run away with the game. So close games. Came out on the wrong side, but you know what? That's what we play for, is the close games. And had some good sideboard options, too. I liked having the artifact removal package in the sideboard. So that'll do it for today. Unfortunately, we have lost the draft, though. My teammates both lost this round, so I guess any one of us couldn't have won the draft for us. But you know what? I'll get them next time. And as always, I appreciate you hanging out and watching as we draft Domain once more. Gleemox does lead you down that path. It's a very strong card in Domain, or any deck, really. All right. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. I'll see you then. All right. I know I just signed off. That was a pump fake because not only did we not lose the draft yet, the last game of the draft is incredibly good. So I'm not going to tell you what happens, but we got to watch game 3. This is Sam Rolph. This is for the draft. Let's take a look. This is one of the best games I've seen in Cube. All right, so this is game 3. We're watching from Sam's perspective. I had him send me the file afterwards, and he is on a blue-black deck with Time Walk and kind of like just mid-rangey. So he cycles Troll turn 1, keeps up Lose Focus on turn 2 with Vamp and Preordain. Just chilling there, doesn't vamp or anything. Again, just the patience here, just keeps up Lose Focus. Ends up casting Lose Focus on the Fairy Mastermind and leaves up Vamp here, end of turn. I mean, obviously that's the one you'd want to leave up. Apologies, the quality is not quite as good just because he sent it, a recording to me, but I think this obviously looks totally fine. End of turn, Vamp here. Snapped it off, and Vamp for Jace the Mind Sculptor, which not only is going to bounce the Psychic Frog, but will then end up drawing extra cards, hopefully over the next 2 turns if Dark Quarterer can't kill it. Remember, Dark Quarterer is that Luris deck that we played against just recently. But unfortunately, that was a Vindicate on the Jace. Then Lotus Petal gets the Frog into play. So Preordain finds Chaos Defiler, is just going to Brazen Borrower the Frog now, which plays around counter magic. You know you're going to do that anyway. So that, again, totally fine. So Psychic Frog comes back down. Luris gets put in hand. Chaos Defiler obviously has plans for the Psychic Frog, but Sam's a little bit out of gas here. No real reason to play Mana Crypt yet, so he doesn't. He could have played Mana Crypt in order to cast the Brazen Borrower, but the problem is this game's going to last for quite some time, and having Mana Crypt out for multiple turns just really isn't that good. Luris, this is showing the power of Luris. Frog comes back in here. Here comes Fairy Mastermind off Luris. Spyglass Siren. And if Frog gets jumped, it'll get maybe blocked by Brazen Borrower. Sam is end of turn running out the Brazen Borrower because, why not? It's pretty far behind here. Kaito is going to come down and scry, leaving Time Spiral on top. Okay. So it's looking okay. Infernal Grasp on the Brazen Borrower. Give Frog a counter. Get back Vindicate the Kaito. Give the Frog flying, smash for 5 in the air. Okay. Sam's now at 13. Dark Quarterer's got a whole giant board. Well, we know we're drawing Time Spiral. So Mana Crypt, float some mana, cast Time Spiral, leaving mana floating just so you can use the Mana Crypt here. Frog, of course, the rest of the hand gets discarded so that the Frog gets larger. Sam finds Time Walk, and this is a really tough play here because he's got Vamp as well. So he could Spellseeker for Preordain, Vamp for something, and Preordain into it if he wants. What he ends up doing is Spellseekering, getting the Preordain and just casting it because there's nothing quite good enough to justify it. Dark Quarterer, of course, takes 5 here. Why would you block the Chaos Defiler? Not knowing a Time Walk's coming. Sam goes Time Walk. Well, first Preordain. And again, this is a pretty tough decision because he could have Preordained, Vamp for Little Jace, Prince Prodigy, played Preordain, played Time Walk. The problem is he wouldn't have enough cards in his graveyard in order to flip Jace in the next turn. So he gets Palantir of Orthonk, plays it, casts Time Walk, lets Palantir resolve before deciding whether to Vamp or not. Mills puts both Carnage Interpreter and land on the bottom. Dark Quarterer takes the damage, flips over Jace. That's 4 more damage. And you notice he wins the Mana Crypt flip here. Pretty big game. Mystic Confluence is what he vamped for. So, okay. Let's Mystic Confluence, bounce Luris, bounce the Psychic Frog, and draw a card. Let the Snapcaster chump as needed. So, Mystic Confluence comes in, bounce those 2. And now at this point, Dark Quarterer has 11 cards in hand. Because remember, the Fairy Mastermind's been drawing cards too. Attacks with both, Snapcaster blocks. Dark Quarterer goes down to 3. So close. Plays Preacher and has Lose Focus up. Plus, he's going to get a Palantir trigger. Chooses not to pick up Jace. Finds Shieldred. Things have got to be looking great for Sam here, right? Well, Dark Quarterer with 12 cards in hand, of course, has some plays. Psychic Frog here. Sam chooses to go Lose Focus with Replicate to make you pay 4 more. And Dark Quarterer just kind of lets that happen. And we expected here, at this point I was watching, Luris plus the Psychic Frog, but instead he goes Intrepid Adversary, Lion Sash, Haywire Might, and Haywire Might's going to get to block the Palantir, or block the Preacher and then kill the Palantir. So Sam goes Shieldred, attack with Preacher and Chaos Defiler. And then what's really funny about this is the Fairy Mastermind draws a card because the Preacher drew a card, which does a shielded trigger, which is why Dark Quarterer had to sack Haywire Might. Falls to 2, blocks so everything dies and gains 3 life off of the Intrepid Adversary. So it goes to 3. the Mox dies. Sam's hand is now just 3 nothings. Goes to 1 off the Shieldred, but it's like, okay, you got Shieldred out, your opponent's at 1. The Vindicate's already been used, but no. Prismatic Ending hits the Shieldred, and then Lurrus comes down and Retrofitter. And at this point, Sam has nothing. All right, loses the Mana Crypt Flip, draws Caustic Bronco, plays it, doesn't do, obviously isn't going to do much. And facing down that Lurrus. And remember, Lurrus can play Intrepid Adversary or Lion Sash from the graveyard to really boost its strength power. And it has lifelink, so Dark Quarterer looks like, might be mounting a comeback here. Sam passes the turn. Shadowy Backstreet, sure, mill Lingering Souls. Play Intrepid Adversary, and then pump Intrepid Adversary 3 times here. And what that does is it forces the Caustic Bronco to chump the Lurrus, because now it's a 6-power Lurrus with lifelink. So Sam chumps Lurrus, goes to, or stays at 6, would have died otherwise. Untap, Mana Crypt, loses the flip, goes to 3, draws Carnage Interpreter. All right, well, land, Mox, could play the Mox, but it doesn't really do anything to play it, so it just ends up binning it. Plays Carnage Interpreter. Okay, let's get some clues. I mean, Carnage Interpreter is pretty good when you have a million lands in play. Draws Swamp, miss. Draws Emperor of Bones. All right, here we go. Emperor of Bones. Beginning of combat, exile Snapcaster Mage. Emperor of Bones the Snapcaster. Target Time Walk. Can't even attack with Snapcaster because the Intrepid Adversary would just eat it and gain Dark Quarterer a bunch of life. But now it goes Time Walk, and it still has to hit here. There's 11 cards in deck, and is at 3 life with a Mana Crypt in play. So, untap, Mana Crypt, wins the flip, doesn't die immediately, draw, brick. All right, play a land, sack a clue, troll, cycle the troll, because now 9 cards left, get the last land out of there, crack the clue, draw, Memory Jar, draw Memory Jar, 7 cards in deck, and at this point Sam goes Memory Jar, crack the jar, hits the Brazen Borrower, which he knew was in his deck. Plays Jace. Well, that doesn't do anything. And then ends up, well, there it goes. Plays the Brazen Borrower on the blocker, attacks for lethal, exactly lethal. 7 points with a 3/3 Carnage Interpreter and an Emperor of Bones. What a game. What a game. That, we won the draft 5-4. Nacho pulled out his last round. Sam pulled out his last round. Incredible stuff. So even though I wish this deck did a little better, I was thrilled to win the draft and watch that game. I watched that kind of live, and it was good enough that I asked Sam to send me the recording. Let's put it that way. So now that'll actually do it for today. Thanks for sticking around for the post-credit scene, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.